Right, well, I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn the volume up. So I don't understand how this microphone records when it's set on the cushion. Never mind. Anyway, apparently it does. Right, at risk of the Stasi kicking my door in, which they very nearly did Friday night, I received this letter from, you'll remember some of the more regular viewers, regular viewer. Forget, I haven't got a following at all, have I? Well, remember Inspector Paul Rogerson, who, just to clarify, said that Cambridgeshire Police would never investigate any complaint against Huntingdonshire District Council nor its employees, like ever. Well, he was in charge of investigating my unlawful arrest and all that from November, and all the rest of it. He went away, but this letter was recorded, and it's bounced back and forward a couple of times because the first time I didn't have a chance to pick it up from the post office. And I don't know what happened to it the second time, to be honest. So this investigation has now been taken over by someone else. Don't forget, this isn't the actual finish of it. But this is comedy fucking gold. So I'd made several complaints. About them coming round, not phoning me up. They were given my phone number, they didn't phone me up. This was all about the original complaint against the bailiff, who I can't name now because I'm under a court order. I've got to do the video yet about the arrest on Friday night. So now I can't name this guy. But I'm sure those of you the keener aspect will remember. It is. I'm just trying to find the bits. I need his conclusions. Yes, apparently he had requested from me some further information from the nature of the threats made. I have not received a reply which explains the nature of your concern. Well, I'm sure it did, mate, to be honest. I've looked at one letter on my laptop, which pretty much confirms I did, but you just go ahead and deny that. PC Garbu was attempting to arrest you. The officer was under no obligation or duty to inform you of their arrival at your home. It was not in the interests of the execution of their duty to inform you of their intention to arrest you. I can't remember which one that was. I've just found out that the one unlawful arrest, part 2.2, that was PC Vincent, apparently. When I leaned forward with the camera phone and said, "Are you going to illegally arrest me now?" And he said, "Yes." Then there's a bit about the 3 times that they visited my house. He's got no, he's cleared everyone, obviously. Mr. Dacre said, this is when they phoned me up that morning. That's on the channel. Copper quote out lying or something. Mr. Dacre states that on 20th November, an officer phoned him, and during the conversation, the officer lied about having an arrest warrant. That was PC Granger, apparently. My investigation has now found no proof that any warrant issued by the court or used by the officer was invalid. This is when it gets really interesting. Mr. Dacre states that the three officers who visited his court cell for a chat on 3rd of August turned it into a tape-recorded interview and generated an arrest number when Mr. Dacre did not know that I had been arrested. Now, I never said they visited my court cell. I said they visited, like, the cells, meaning sort of the reception area. You lying bastard. It gets better. Having viewed the body camera video footage of your arrest on this date, it shows that the arresting and escorting officers took you as far as the court cell block. The officers did not enter the court building and could not have been responsible for the interview you alleged within the court cell. I'm assuming what he's saying there is that the ones that came round to back up their bent bailiff mate, who isn't actually the one I can't talk about, took me to the door and dropped me off, basically. So that's actually fine, because they probably did. That was the ones, Richard Gilbert, the Morrison's bailiff, who so desperately wanted to take me to the court and couldn't, and just had to follow the police vehicle. As per my previous letter, any complaint, as opposed to crime report, should be made to the court. Oh, I see. So complaint isn't a crime report. This is where he's coming from with this. Cambridgeshire Police shall never investigate hunting to the District Council nor its employees for any complaint. Because that's different from a crime report. Oh my God. I missed that when I read it before. I have actually read this one, which is unusual for me, as you'll know. Oh my God, I've just realised that. Should be made to the court service. Well, they just send you a receipt when you've paid a fine, saying thank you for ordering your product. Oh, that was done at Christmas. Thank you for it. It'll be the end of December. That video went up. I can't remember what it was called. End of December, beginning of January. I see. So a crime report's not a complaint. A complaint is not a crime report. Even though when police approach you, they go, "We've had a complaint," and they want that to be a crime. In regards to your not being aware of your arrest, this is when I got the MGD4 form through, signed, not signed. It was never, well, they never signed anything, did it? It had Chief Constable Alec Wood's name on it personally. And following my voluntary interview in August, I suddenly had an arrest number. In regards to your not being aware of your arrest, the same footage shows your arrest. You getting into a marked police van whilst in the company of 3 uniformed officers. It is my belief that under these circumstances nothing further could have been done to inform you that you were under arrest. Except possibly, Inspector Paul Rogers, for the fact that they didn't even mention that I might possibly be under arrest. What they'd actually said was, "Do you want to come for a little chat?" And really, I was bored, and I just thought, well, why not? They don't have to say you're under arrest now, you know. Oh, my God. They just have to turn up. If a copper has stood within 5 yards of you kids assume you're under arrest. This is killing me. Mr. Dick states the officer attending his house prior to the incident on 3rd of August did not read him his rights before he was arrested and did not explain why he was arrested. Now, this is PC Vincent. When I said, are you going to illegally arrest me now? And he said yes. This is even better because not only do they have to not inform you that you're being arrested, from both sets of footage, I can only conclude that it was made extremely clear to you that you were under arrest. He'd watched my YouTube channel, as well as the PC Vincent's body cam thing. You may not agree that the warrant was lawful, but nevertheless, you were told you were under arrest. I'm satisfied that PC Vincent made reasonable attempts to inform you of your rights in the circumstances. As far as I recall, he just said, "You're got, mate." That was reasonable attempts, apparently. Having spent some considerable time debating with the officers your arrest, I believe it not... oh, Jesus Christ. Not unreasonable, the caution was not read to you verbatim. The arrest was still transacted lawfully, as failure to read the caution does not amount to an unlawful arrest. Oh, for fuck's sake. No misconduct, of course. Does it not, really? You don't have to read some of the rights now, then. So I remind you that investigation is ongoing under a different inspector or something. Inspector Paul Rogerson was like binned off, got rid of. So that letter actually then, having not reached my house, because I know you're all wondering how I've suddenly got it. That letter then was put in my bag of court evidence yesterday, after I got released from the cells. And yet, when I was being interviewed like Friday night, Saturday morning, because I left it until like fucking 1 o'clock on Saturday morning or something until I was actually interviewed, after I'd been negged. I said about something, I can't remember what it was. I said, just look on my YouTube channel. And this DC Harmon, I think she is. I don't know why she's swanning around in uniform, because she's apparently a detective constable. And she was like, "You've got a YouTube channel?" Oh, big fucking surprise. Yes, I have, actually. So don't tell me they don't all know who I am, because I left that letter in my bag of evidence. Fucking joke. So tomorrow, or possibly tonight, depending how drunk I get, I will release the events of Friday night, Saturday morning. Which may, if I do it tonight, it might be unintelligible. And of course, if I now disappear offline, after I've published this, then you'll all know they've come round and smashed my front door in and given me a bloody good kicking, old chap. Anyway, I'll see you all later.